What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Anything Goes Renegade podcast. I am your host, Demetrius Smith, and today, I ain't gonna say we got a banger. Nah, man. Today we just got another episode for you guys, and it's been one that I've been mulling over, sitting back and watching, just taking everything in, especially on Facebook. So this one I want to talk about the media. Why we shouldn't think that we are better than the media. And what's another thing? You see, I had another topic in my head too, right? But for some reason, that particular topic stayed with me while the other one just freaking left. It just left town, Jack. It just left town, boss. But I know it's a weird subject, right? The media. Why is this guy want to talk about the media on his show? Well, once we get into it, there's going to be a couple of reasons why I want to talk about it. And because I know that all of us share this negative belief about the media that, well, we're going to get into it anyway. We're going to get into it in just a bit. Here's one. We'll get into it just a bit. Another one that I want to talk about is the whole political debate about, I call that political debate, but really it's it's also a spiritual debate as well. It's about vaccinations, being vaccinated, why there's so much fear surrounding it, and why this fear ain't healthy spiritually. And we also gonna talk about using common sense during this quarantine. And yes, this is a spiritual channel, spiritual podcast, but you guys gotta remember, this podcast don't follow the rules. Remember, I get to talk about anything that they bring to me. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. So let's go over. We're gonna talk about the media. We are going to talk about vaccinations, anti-vax versus pro-vax, however you want to put it. And we're going to talk about life of being quarantined, things you could do to keep you freaking sane-minded. We're going to talk about that too. Well, my experience anyway, and hopefully I can help some of you guys out in the process. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so as many of you guys know, or have been knowing, or you see it on Facebook, or you hear from a friend, that we consider the media as an enemy. Even in the spiritual forums and all that, in the spiritual communities, we see the media as an enemy, as something to be defeated, or, as a entity that is not human, that is not from light and love, which, guys, don't use that term lightly. Or, anything like that. So, I used to be on that side that bashes the media a lot. Like, oh, nah, man, what they're saying is bullshit. Nah, man, they're always saying something negative. Why is always black people they showing doing this and shit? Stuff of that nature. I was like that, but then slowly and surely I start to realize that the only reason why they're showing a bunch of negativity because that's the only thing we pay attention to. Because that's the only thing we give our energy to. The only reason why they're showing things that makes us afraid because that is the only thing we pay attention to. Hell, it's not their fault. They're just going by what we put out. And I hear this like, man, the media creates fear. No, the media don't create fear. The media can't create something that's already there within us. Fear is already there within us. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, think about it. The media did this experiment back in the day. They did positive segments and negative segments. Which one does people pay attention to? And unfortunately, people pay attention to the damn negative segments. There was higher ratings for the negative shit. Higher focus on this whole negative segment. And which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate. That's what everybody else pay attention to. And which is kind of weird, but I ain't gonna say that's the truth. But all I'm saying, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta start thinking before we all right bash the media, because look, the media is just doing their job, right? They're just doing what they had to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other job, they told you to do something, you got to do it. Hopefully you get paid. Same thing, basically it's the same thing they doing. If they want to get to that next top shit, they got to do what they got to do. They go spend about it, and we bash them for it. We hate them for it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got to be that way. Because, look, the media, and, that's another thing. We use that term loosely, too. The media. We think people at the media ain't up a bunch of damn aliens. That's not true. They are human beings. Now, if y'all remember correctly, those people in the media, one of them got killed. Some of them got killed. And yet, I don't think any of us shed any tear, but I did. Because I knew that this person had a life. Right? Because, we like to blame the media for all of our problems. For, in the world, when in actuality, it's us. We the problem. Like I said before, if you pay more attention to the negative shit, then that's you. That's on you. If you want to pay attention to the positive stuff, you got a choice. Then choose positive. Choose the good shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get to control what you want to watch. You get to control what you want to consume. You know, don't blame them because they're putting that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? That's part of duality. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be out there. It's got to be out there for people to have a choice. You can't sit there and blame someone or organization for that type of shit. You know? Because it really don't make sense for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? But another reason why we should be careful in how we treat the media and how we talk a lot of shit about them, because you do got a lot of people who take what we say too seriously to the point where they will actually grab a weapon and kill someone in the media, because in their head they thinking, oh, if I do that, I'll be a hero. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful. This is why I had to lighten up on me talking a lot of crap about Trump. Now I just make jokes about him. I mean, I made jokes about President Obama. So, you know, once you become president, you fair game to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't go too far with it. I don't call Trump a bad president. I don't call Trump a good president. He's meh, in my point of view. But yeah, like I said, we gotta be responsible and careful in how we treat people in the media, because yeah, they are human beings. They are not robots. They are not aliens. You know, we like to say, oh, don't work for the NWO. Well, look, the NWO has been here. You just haven't realized it. Matter of fact, I don't even see any evidence of the NWO. The only evidence I ever saw about the NWO was in WCW when they took over. That's the only NWO I ever seen. And now I understand where they got that from. You know what? Because of that, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about this whole conspiracy theory about the NWO Illuminati taking over, how this is their plan. And I'm not going, and I'm just going to leave the whole anti-vax, whatever topic out. I'm going to talk about this one. All right? And you know what? Let's get to the next topic. Yo. Okay, so I see this theory floating around about and this is all the NWO doing and whatnot, or this is Illuminati's plan from the jump. Man, I guess sometimes we just need to entertain ourselves with a lot of these conspiracy theories, not realizing some of these conspiracy theories can be harmful to your mental health, because you sit here trying to figure out the truth, how all this started, when this ain't got nothing to do with you. When something ain't got nothing to do with you from the jump, then you ain't gonna know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, hell, don't get me wrong, I don't know if the Illuminati exists or not. I really don't know. I really can't tell you. I don't know the truth about them. Only thing I know is what this person says and what that person says, based on no real evidence that they have. It's just of what they claim. For instance, remember my other episode.